Good morning. It's 6:45. I've been up for like an hour now. Just kind of like lounging around and cleaning out my nose. I had really bad congestion in my left nostril last night, and I think it woke me up. So I did like a neti pot, some saline spray, and I'm cleaning out my nose, whatever. But I'm on my way to my mom's house, and I'm gonna run with her. I asked her yesterday if she had been running. So my mom kind of like half mentioned that she wanted to run this race in Washington, D.C. because my little brother moved to college in Washington, D.C. And so she kind of like she saw this poster, and it was a rock and roll poster, and we do the rock and rolls here in Arizona. And we've also done the one in San Diego. And then she saw the rock and roll poster in Washington, D.C. when we went to go visit, and she was like, oh, we should run that race. And I'm like, okay, but it's only like a 5K or a half marathon, so like we should just do the half marathon, you know, because it's like $100 for the 5K and then like $130 for the half marathon. And she like half mentioned like, okay, and then I have to like actually train. And like my mom runs, she runs like, she used to run 5Ks a lot. She never really ran more than 5K, I think. But she really enjoyed it. And her and my little brother were used to like do races like all the time. So like she runs. She's just not like a long distance runner, like longer than 3 miles. So I kind of mentioned like, are you serious? Are you not serious? Like, what's the deal? So I'm gonna ask her today what her thoughts are, so I could like budget Washington, D.C. in March into my finances. But yesterday I said, hey, are you gonna run tomorrow? And she said, only if you come over. So now I'm going over there so we can run. About 10 minutes into the hour run, and I'm trying to nose breathe to see if it actually helps with my allergies or not. My mom's right there, and she's also very different than me. She like runs up the uphills and then walks down the downhills, but she also says she doesn't want to run the half marathon. So we'll see if I can convince her. So we're about 2 minutes from the turnaround point, and I've been able to breathe through my nose the whole time, but that means my nose is running. So I've been running with tissues in my hands, which is annoying because my hands are sweaty. So it just turns into like a damp towel. But we're doing pretty good. We're at 1.85 in 29 minutes, and my plantar fasciitis on my right foot is burning. Like, it hurts really bad. Average pace 15:18. Average heart rate 161. Timer 101:22. Come on, Mom. The goal was to stay in 15, and I did it. I pushed, and my heart rate started beeping towards the end like 3-4 times. Like it was too high, but I stayed in 15s, so I'm happy. Very, 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 very happy. Did you get 4 miles? No. Keep going, keep going. So I have a Garmin, and my mom has an Apple Watch. So our tracking is a little off. So she still has some to go. So we did it out and back, and when we were out there it was like 3.9 something, So I ran a little bit more until I hit 2 miles, so that way when we came back, it was 4 miles. But I think my mom just hit 4 because she's walking back. But that was a good run. That was a very good run. I'm happy. I pushed. My plantar fasciitis could be better. I should work on that. Blitz. And I didn't keep it in 15s. And I thought I did. I thought I had seen like all of the laps when they popped up. But I didn't. And my second mile was 16 minutes and 1 second, which I mean, I get it. I kind of like slacked off a little bit on the last one. On the second one, because I was just kind of like chilling in my pace. I've noticed, sorry, I'm looking for like my facial spray and I can't find it. I noticed that sometimes I just kind of like settle in a heart rate zone and like I just get comfortable, because like obviously the longer you run, the higher your heart rate goes and like the harder it is to keep it down. So then I get like in this I get comfortable in like a heart rate, and then I just like sit in it, and then my pace gets lower and lower and lower and lower. So that's what happens during my second mile. And I thought I said 15 minutes. I thought it had said 15:30, but like I think the first one was 15:30. I have no idea, but point is I didn't keep it in 15s, but I could have kept it in 15s because I was literally only like 3 seconds short of it to keep it in the 15s, or two minutes. So yeah, but it's okay. My average pace was 15:30, which is really good. It felt really good, and like I'm going more on feel than anything else. My allergies, I need to get home. I was gonna go home the other way so that I could stop by and get some more distilled water and saline packets for my nose. It's fine, I'll just take a small detour. What was I saying? Yeah, I didn't keep it in 15s. I got 16:01, which is fine, but whatever. Felt really good. I felt like I pushed myself, and it was nice. It was comfortable. It was good. It was great. I could do it again. I'm glad I like pushed myself to do like 4 miles exactly, and do like 2 and 2. My allergies need to be cleaned out. I definitely don't feel terrible, but my eyes are starting to get itchy because like the allergies are starting to settle in now. I did some nasal spray, clear spray. I've been doing some clear spray since I got home, or since I got back to my mom's house, and it's fine. I've been sneezing a lot, blowing my nose a lot, but what I really need is a neti pot. And my eyes are starting to get itchy. Good morning. It's 4:39, and I have 20 minutes to get to the gym. Last night, I kept telling myself, like, over and over and over again before I went to sleep, like, I am going to the gym in the morning, I am going to the gym in the morning, I am going to the gym in the morning, I am waking up at 4:30, I am waking up at 4:30 so I can go to the gym, I am waking up at 4:30 so I can go to the gym. So I got up, and I'm getting ready. I have to do a neti pot really quick, because I have a bunch of allergies in my nose, and then I will be going to the gym. I only have a 27-minute run at 159 heart rate, so it should be fine. Yeah, let me finish getting ready, and I'll see you guys on the way to the gym. It's Monday also. I don't know if I said that. Monday the 10th. The lights are off in the parking lot, which is really creepy, but I'm here and it's 5:08. Okay, so I'm like 10 minutes into my run, and I wore my plantar fasciitis socks, and they're like super, super tight to like help relieve your plantar fasciitis. And I like know I have to work up to wearing them for long periods of time. So I was like, let me just wear them on the run today. And now my feet hurt, like really, really bad. But I have 18 minutes left. So let's see if I get through it. I'm gonna try my best. I'll be so real with you. I changed my socks because I had socks in my gym bag. I changed my socks and I kept running. It really bothers me that these lights aren't on because there's a man walking from over there and it looks pretty scary. And I can't find my keys. Okay, so it's Tuesday. It's November 11th, 11/11. So I saw this post that was like, hey, go to the gym every day at the same time. That way you take away, like, the decision making and, like, you would just go, right? Like, that forms the habit of, like, okay, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm just going. Or, like, I just got off work, I'm going to the gym. Like, it takes away the decision because it's like, that's just what I'm doing. Like, I don't have to decide to go, which makes a lot of sense. But, and I was going to try that. But, like, there's so many different factors in my life right now that play a part. Because, like, today, for example, I have a training session at the gym with my personal trainer. So, if I have my personal trainer, like, an hour and a half after I get off of work, then I would just work out or go for my run in the hour and a half before I see my trainer, but after work, right? Like that window, like that hour and a half window. And that makes sense to me. And then tomorrow, I have bowling league 3 hours after work. So in my head, I would just rather run in between bowling and work, right? Because that's what I've been doing and that's what I enjoy doing. Because then I'm occupying my time and not just like waiting around for bowling league. But then I'm not going at the same time every day, right? Because I'm doing this Tuesday and Wednesday a little bit different. So yeah, I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. So today I slept in a little bit later. I slept for like 8 hours, 8+ hours. Like 8 hours and some change. And I feel good. I feel rested. I feel great. And I'm just going to have to work out. Like run. I only have a 15-minute recovery run. So I'm going to do my 15-minute recovery run before I see my physical trainer at 4:30. Also, my boss just called me and told me that I forgot something on a job, but like it's not anything crazy. It's just one of the guys forgot to take it with him. But whatever. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so like going at the same time every day doesn't really work for me. But I mean, routine works for me, right? Like, I just need to get in the habit of going before work on the other days, like Monday, Thursday, Friday. I need to get in the habit of going before work on Monday, Thursday, Friday until bowling league is over, and then it would be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Tuesday, on the weeks that I don't see my physical trainer, I would go in the morning, and then the weeks that I do see my physical trainer, I would go after work. I just wish it was all the same. Like, I wish my physical trainer went in at 4 a.m. so I could just go at 4 a.m. so I could just get it all over with. Because I like routine, and I like everything to be the same. As far as, like, work goes,
like work and like daily life goes, I love routine. I don't love routine when it comes to food. Like I can't, like I meal prep and stuff, but like I kind of hate it because I don't like eating the same thing over and over and over again. But also I hate having to decide what I'm gonna eat every day. But that's like a different form of routine, right? My allergies are kind of acting up today, but I guess we'll see if they go away. But yeah, that's it. That's my little rant this morning. So I'm on my way to work, and then when I get off of work, I'm going to go to the gym, do my 15-minute recovery run, and then see my physical trainer and see how that goes. And then we'll go from there, I guess. Yeah, so I hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you guys after work. This guy's so annoying. This guy that I work with is so obnoxious, and we told him to stop doing something, and then he still does it. But whatever. Anyways, I just got to the gym. I have a 15-minute recovery run at 140, like heart rate or something, and then I have an appointment with my personal trainer, with my personal trainer, which I'm not excited for because last time he didn't understand what I was asking. So hopefully this time he understands what I was asking or like hoping for. But I'm gonna go inside, run for 15 minutes, and I will check in with you guys inside. Good morning. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, November 16th, and I am ready to go volunteer at the Every Women's Marathon. I volunteered yesterday at the expo. I don't know why it's so dark. Anyways, I volunteered yesterday at the expo, and I handed out bibs, and it was so much fun. I had the best time. But now I'm gonna go volunteer at the finish line. I just finished getting ready. I'm waiting for one of my friends to come over and hang out for a bit before we leave because we're gonna carpool. And then I have a few other friends that are gonna meet me at the finish line. And I have a long run today. It's actually like an hour and like 40 minutes. But I kind of opted to volunteer for the Every Women's Marathon instead because I wanted to run this marathon. I just obviously like wasn't ready, and I just thought if I can't run, I should volunteer. So this is pretty high on my priority list right now, or today at least. And I'm really excited about it because I had so much fun yesterday handing out bibs. Like it was the best time meeting everybody and kind of just wishing everybody luck, and that was so much fun. So I'm really looking forward to today and like giving people their medals. So I am so excited. Like I said, I'm just waiting for my friend to get here. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys down at the finish line a little bit more. My phone was kind of dying yesterday, so I didn't really record too much content. I did make a TikTok, so I will link my TikTok in the description. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys at the finish line. Good morning. It's Monday. Monday, November 17th. And I haven't worked out since Wednesday. Yeah, I haven't worked out since Wednesday, but I'm on my way to work right now. So Wednesday, I went to the gym after work, but before bowling, and then I didn't record anything because I was on a work phone call, I think. I don't really remember. I was on like a work phone call or something, and then I just went in, did a run, and then I had to go because I was meeting up with somebody and we were having dinner. And then on Thursday I slept in until I had to get up for work because I had done bowling the night before and I was so tired. And so depending, like, how long I spend at bowling is determined by like who we're playing, because it's teams of 3, but I have a team of 2, so when we play other teams of 2 it goes by kind of faster, but when we play another team of 3 it goes by slower because obviously you have a whole nother person. So it went pretty late on Wednesday, and then I slept in on Thursday, and I had an intention of going to work out after work, but then I had worked a little bit later. I don't think I left work until like 4 something. And then on Friday, I went and I hung out with one of my friends, and I just didn't work out. So the whole end of the week. And then on Saturday, I volunteered for Every Women's Marathon. And then on Sunday, I volunteered for Every Women's Marathon. And I'll include some clips like right now here in a second. But volunteering was a lot of fun. So like I saw that Every Women's Marathon was going to be here in Arizona this year. Last year it was in Savannah, Georgia. And then I saw that it was coming to Arizona, and it was on the course that I ran on before and that I enjoy running on. So I was like, oh, I should totally do that. That would be a lot of fun. But then I just never really got in like marathon shape, and I just kind of was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, so I decided not to. And then a big part of me was like, since I'm not running, I would like to support all the women that are running the race. And that's what led me to volunteering. And so I obviously chose to volunteer and not run, or I didn't even work out yesterday. And yesterday was supposed to be my long run, and I didn't do that because I was volunteering all day from like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And then I went to go eat with one of my friends, and so I didn't even get home until like 4:30. So I was literally out like all day long. But it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. I'm glad that I volunteered. I enjoyed definitely Saturday giving out bibs more than I enjoyed Sunday giving people their medals. It seemed like the people at the finish line, there was like celebrities and like professional athletes, and then there was the people who like worked on the staff. There's people who worked on the staff, and then there was the volunteers. And it just kind of, I don't know, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth because I could see it from the outside looking in that that they were like clogging up the chute. So this one celebrity specifically, I don't know her name. Well, I do know her name, but I won't share her name. But she kept grabbing more medals, and she would take like 1 or 2 at a time. And fine, whatever. So she would take 1 or 2 at a time, and then she would like put it on a runner, and then she'd be like, oh my god, congratulations. And then she's like a celebrity, a professional athlete, whatever you want to call her. And people were like, oh my god, can I take a picture with you? Like, you're so iconic, like you're so this, you're so that, like this is so cool, like can I take a photo? So then they would stop for like photos, and then they would like converse for a little bit, and then they were like in the middle of the shoot. And so then other runners thought they had to like wait in line for this girl to give them their medals, and like a lot of the girls didn't care. And then obviously when you're done running a marathon, you're kind of like fuzzy, right? Like you don't really know what's going on. Like, you know what's going on, but you're just kind of like not all there. So this was like clogging up the chute because everybody thought they had to wait in line for this girl to give them their medals, but they didn't, and they were just right in the middle. So then there was people like lining up and then blocking the finish line, and then there was people like passing out because they had to like wait in this line, and they're like falling over, and the medics couldn't get to them. And when the people would come through the chute that were running with like Team Milk, which is the people who put the run on or whatever, everybody would come, like all the staff would come to watch them cross the finish line, which is fine. Like, I get it. Like, I totally get it. But then they would all come and they'd be all on their phones and they'd be blocking the chute. So then other runners couldn't get past or like didn't know where to go. And a couple times I kind of said something, and me and one of the other girls like were just kind of like, hey, can you like move out of the way, like the runners can't pass through. And then they were giving us like dirty looks, and they'd be like, yeah, okay, and then they would just like shoot us some dirty looks and then just move right back in the chute, which was really frustrating. So then I finally went to go get like a staff member. And I was like, hey, like this is really unsafe. Like, these people are clogging up the chute and then nobody can get past. Like, this is super unsafe. People are like passing out and this is dangerous. Like, somebody needs to say something because we've already tried to say something. And then the staff went to go tell these people like, hey, you need to move off to the side to let the runners come through. And then they were like, okay. And then they kept giving us dirty looks, and then they just moved to the other side of the chute. And I was just like, whatever, dude, like, I guess. And so then at that point, I just like left to go do something else and like hand out snacks, because I was just getting so frustrated with the fact that these people didn't, like, I don't know, they didn't have any like not social awareness, but like just any awareness to like what was happening. And that really bothered me. Because it was very unsafe. Like, the medics couldn't even get to the runners because there was just so many people. And then at one point, one of the media guys came and brought like a whole tripod, and it wasn't like a small tripod. This was a big tripod, like huge, and just puts it smack dab in the middle of the chute. And then there's no space for and then there's like celebrities giving out medals, and so like nobody can get through. And a lot of the people, like I said, it was just unsafe. It was just very unsafe, and it left a very bad taste in my mouth. And that kind of bums me out, because I was really excited about handing marathon medals to like other women, and like I thought this would like inspire me and get into, I don't know, I just thought it would be more empowering, I guess. And it wasn't. It was really frustrating. So I didn't really enjoy that too much. But I mean, I don't know. I had a lot of fun handing out bibs and like seeing everybody's face like pick up their first bib. And that was more fun for me, because I could be like, not congratulations, like good luck on your race. And then the bibs were color coded, so you could tell whose marathon it was, like if it was your first marathon or your second marathon or whatever. Like, it was all color coded, and we got the bibs that were for everybody's first marathon. So that was really cute too, because then when you would pull out their bib, I would always be like, oh, I see this is your first marathon. And they'd be like, yeah, it is. And then I'm like, are you so excited? And they'd be like, yeah, I can't wait, whatever. Like, and then like the good lucks at the end and everything. Like, that was so much fun because the energy was so good. And then I don't blame the celebrities. I blame more the staff for not just kind of like having somebody there. Like, it was very disorganized. Like, they had volunteers in charge of other volunteers, and so nobody really knew what was going on. So we were like unpacking the medals, and we're taking off all the plastic and like unwrapping them and like making sure that they're ready to go. And they kind of told one of the volunteers like, hey, just lay everything out on the tables. So then we started laying everything out on the tables. And then somebody else comes by and it's like, hey, no, you're supposed to be putting all of these in boxes. And we're like, okay. So then we started saving the boxes. And then somebody else was like, hey, just throw the boxes away. We don't need the boxes. And then somebody else came back and was like, hey, where did the boxes go? Like, these all need to be in boxes and not on the tables. So, like, nobody knew what was going on. And everybody was just kind of winging it. And I didn't really like that either. Especially because it was like the race had already started and we only had like an hour to figure out, no, like less than an hour to figure out like what we were doing with these medals. So that was kind of obnoxious too. It was like the staff didn't really know what was going on and they weren't really aware. And I feel like they needed more staff. Like somebody needed to be in charge of every part of where the volunteers were. Like you can't just kind of like, here's a group of volunteers, figure it out. Like I need this done. Because then they're just going to figure it out and it's not going to be what you want. And like there needed to be like a team captain or some kind of like person who knew what the vision was and executed it. And then with the whole celebrity thing, like I totally understand that the celebs probably just kind of had like tunnel vision because they were having so much fun. Like they were probably having so much fun giving people these medals because they know that people know who they are and people kind of like idolize them and stuff like that. So like I totally get it. And I think that once you're like in that space of like, wow, this is so cool, somebody just finished a marathon and I get to give them a medal, you don't really see what's happening behind them, right? So like you don't see the people passing out, you don't see the people lining up, you don't see the medics not being able to pull these people out of these groups and bunches. Like you don't see that. All you see is the girl in front of you who is like, oh my god, let's take a picture. Oh my god, you're so cool. Like I just finished my marathon. Like thank you so much. Like that's all you see. You don't see anything past it. So like I don't really blame them for being like in the moment. I do blame the staff for not having eyes on it because somebody should be there. Like at every other marathon that I've gone to, not every other marathon that I've gone to, I've only fucking ran one marathon, but every other race that I've gone to, it's always been like it's always been one of those things where why would you be in the middle of the freaking thing? Why would you be in the middle? Why would you be in the middle? What an idiot. Anyways, there's always people pushing people through the chutes, you know? Like, you can't stop and wait for your friends. You can't, even if they're, like, coming up behind you, like, you can't do that. And I didn't see anybody, like, pushing anybody through the chute. Like, everybody was coming back. Like, if a runner passed and their friend was, like, 10 minutes behind them, they were waiting right there at the finish line with their phone out, and nobody was pushing them through. And, I'm not going to push people through because I wasn't told to push people through, but there was nobody there kind of like, come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. You can wait by the water. You can wait by the snacks. You can't wait right here. Like, you can't wait where we're handing out medals. Like, you just can't do it. Like, there's too many people. And somebody needed to do that. Like, because it was very unsafe. And it really bothered me. But whatever, that's besides the point. Like I said, I enjoyed handing out bibs. I didn't enjoy the finish line. There needs to be some kind of organization there, or the finish line needs to be bigger because it was kind of small. It was pretty narrow. At least I thought it was. Because it comes in, right? Like it funnels all the runners through and then it opens back up, and I just don't think that worked. Like they should have pushed the celebrities back and the medals back so that the runners had to come to you. Anyways, that's the end of my rant, and I'm at Dutch Bros getting some coffee for the morning because I had a can of coffee and at my house, and when I opened it, it did not taste like how I wanted it to taste, so I'm over it. But anyways, I did bring my clothes to run after work. I'm gonna do a 20-minute run. This is already a long clip. I did bring my clothes to run after work. I have a 23-minute run. I'll probably just do that. And then we're going to go see Wicked. I got tickets to the early showing today at 6 p.m. And it's Monday the 17th. So we gotta watch it before it comes out in the theaters. And I'm so excited. So, yeah. that's about it. This is a very long clip, and I'm sorry for ranting, but like I said, I will put some clips from volunteering here after, and I also posted a video on my TikTok. So have a good day.